Hey guys, somehow my live stream just said error and completely went off, so I'm not sure this is even streaming to the same place, but sorry about that. I was in the middle of talking to you Aquarians about the Hierophant. So let's get back on track with that. Sorry about the interruption. So that's what I was saying. This is a card of tradition and not necessarily of being unconventional. So right now you're being called to work in things that are not necessarily in your nature, but are going to create a sense of more fulfillment with the Nine of Pentacles. So if you're able to express yourself this week, if you're able to kind of take the tried and true methods of going down that road of not necessarily thinking like, with Aquarius, I feel like sometimes they can almost shirk the idea that things have to be done a certain way. But this is really more about and let me try to get back into that chat. Sorry guys. This is more about relying on those things a little bit more this week, and being able to know that there's actual support for you when you're coming from a place where you know that if you do X, Y, Z, that generally 99.9% of the time you're going to get these results. So if you need you're going to feel a lot more supported within yourself, a lot more independent, a lot more happier, if you're able to kind of get in contact with that part of yourself this week. So just as a recap, since I know that your reading, Aquarius, was interrupted, you're gonna speak your truth, find tried and true ways to really express your truths, whether it's by finding worksheets out there that kind of get you to write out your thoughts and see where your thoughts lead to your feelings, or speaking to an elder or somebody that's a little bit more traditional than you, and then that's where you'll really find that ability to feel more independent and actually stronger at the end of this. You'll feel this could even create an ability to feel financially more secure and things like that as well. Okay, and then last but not least, we have Pisces. I'm not even sure. Hopefully I'm... Oh, I think it did create a new video, unfortunately. So our card pulls will be for our Pisces, and then I'm concerned. All right, Pisces, last but not least. Okay. Wow. The Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow, so there's a lot of grounded energy here for you, Pisces. These people are showing up to ground you if you're feeling too watery. I definitely felt that this morning. I was definitely, maybe it's because the moon's in Capricorn, right? Or sorry, Cancer right now, right? Opposite all that traffic jam in Capricorn that we were talking about earlier. And I, as a Pisces, I always tend to feel it when the moon is in Cancer. So Pisces, stay the course this week, right? This is what we're talking about. We're talking about this Mars-Saturn conjunction and how we can best utilize this heavy pressure cooker energy. So finding within yourself that strength of independence, being able to look at yourself and take care of yourself. So how can you do this? What can lead you from this Nine of Pentacles character to this Queen of Pentacles, someone who's really got it together? And that's for you is going to dot your I's and cross your T's a little bit more. As a Pisces, especially if you're quarantined alone like me, I'm sure it's easy for you to get into your dreamland and not take care of yourself in the same ways that you normally would. So for you, use this energy right now, this Mars-Saturn energy, to give to yourself this week, Pisces. You're going to really need to look after that. When you see the Knight of Pentacles, it's about looking after something. It's about being the watcher or the keeper of your home, or of your assets, of your resources. Someone who just holds vigil, who is able to be the protector. And for you, what that is it's you're being asked to protect yourself. You're being asked to take care of yourself, you know? So this could be, you know, this could be like giving yourself a pedicure and a little like hair bath, or, you know, like a hair treatment, or, you know, whatever makes you feel like you're super shiny and looked after. This could be feeding your mind and your body the right things, you know, not necessarily allowing yourself to eat junk food, or, you know, or take in too much news that's going to leave you with anxiety. This is really about just being grounded. You know, she's out there in nature, and she's well dressed and well looked after. And so with this queen energy, this is how you're going to get there. You're going to be able, once you start doing those small steps, you're going to be able to share that abundance with other people. And you're being really called to be that type of watcher. You're going to be that type of person that's going to be offering that type of help to other people. And so you need to first do it for yourself, so that you can kind of offer it to other people, where you're this you know, this pillar of your community or your friend group or whatever it is. You're also grounded, that other people are actually looking to you on how you're able to look after yourself so well that you're able to share that, and maybe express to other people how you're doing it, and how you're staying so grounded, how you're staying, you know, so balanced. And this could also, you know, this is the Pentacles, and we are going through a financially hard time globally. So a good time to check out those finances, Pisces. Get your ducks in a row. Make sure that you're not spending too much. You know, come to reality. When we see Pentacles, there's a lot of coming with reality, what is actually here, what is actually going to come from the ground, Pisces, and not necessarily what you think or what you're feeling or what's happening in the spiritual realm. Get your for yourself, so that you can be the one that can help other people, and feel like you are supporting other people, that you're able to be a rock in your community right now. All right, that's beautiful, Pisces. I love it. So thanks so much for the people still here. I know we had people with questions earlier, and I feel so bad for the 35 other people that get kicked off, but thanks for joining and sticking around with me. Oh, it says some people can't get back to the live feed. I hope I am in the right chat too. There we go. All right, there we go. So let's see. Hi guys, hello, hello, hello. So Stephanie said, my near future, please. Thanks. Okay. Alright, you have the Hierophant, you have the Nine of Wands, and you have the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So Stephanie, you're going to have to look at things right now from a position of study, being a little bit more that's more traditional. Think Capricorn energy or Earth energy, things where, you know, there's almost like a written way to do things. There's rules and regulations, and there's traditions, and this is the way you've always done it. And so in times of hardship, this is what we can rely on, right? This is how we can look back on our culture in a lot of ways, whether it's your personal culture or your country's culture, whatever it is, and be able to rely on how that culture got through things. So it's a lot about looking back at history in a lot of ways, looking back at how other people got through situations. So for you, it's going to be a lot of you know, listening to stories or doing the research on, you know, historically how, you know, the thing that keeps coming to mind is the way people celebrate or say goodbye with a funeral. That is a tradition, and every culture has their way of taking that passage to the next level on how they mourn or how they celebrate. You know, I'm from New Orleans, and so there's a bit of a celebration. There's a passage with a second line and a parade, and you know, there's crying and happiness and all sorts of different things. So relying on your culture to give you some type of direction on how to handle the next step for you. You're gonna want to do that. And you're going to want to create some boundaries for yourself. You're going to give yourself some rest so that you can figure that out right now, because there's a sense of being tired with the 9 of Wands, of needing it. You know, right before this, the energy was strong, but there is a need to defend, and there was a need for, you know, there was competition and all sorts of energy being used, and now it's almost like, okay, I'm exhausted. I need that cup of water before I hit the next part. And so for you, this is what I really see, you know, being able to step back, listen to your elders, or listen to your culture, or listen, you know, to your favorite guru. This could be gurus too, you know, this is represents the church and things like that, people who are there for you in times of need, that give you some sort of guidance. Okay. Where am I? Let's see. All right, Elena Berzul, financial situation, what to expect, thank you. Okay. Cards keep getting backwards. All right. 2 of Pentacles. Definitely see that you have some money worries here, right? There's the need of balancing these finances, right? Of making sure that you're not putting too much money in one place and not enough in the other, or vice versa. So right now with your finances, what to expect, you're going to need to look at them and make sure that you are not putting all of your eggs in one basket, making sure that you're kind of evenly distributing your finances, but also the message here is to really rely on your community, reach out to people. I feel like things are going to work out for you because there's like a support system here, and this might be other women or sisters, things like that, or being able to just look at to your friend group, your peers, cousins, things like that, people around your own age that will kind of come through for you. So with this card, it's a card of celebration, it's a card of happiness. So if there is anything that you are really worried about, I really don't think that this doesn't bode, you know, this is not a negative connotation. It just says really, like, you know, make sure you're keeping things balanced right now, and reach out to other people. And this is you know, it's a card of celebration. So at the end of the day, I see what to expect is you're gonna be better than you think you will be. But you know, it's good that you are wondering about your finances, and just to try to keep everything on a balance. You know, look at them regularly. A lot of people, when they get scared with money, they don't want to look at it anymore. You know, keep it written down, you know, especially if you're using a card or a credit card. It's easy to just be like, charge it, and then at the end of the month you're like, holy, how did I end up spending that much, you know? So keep a good tab on it, but also just reach out to other people. Make sure that you're you know, if there's any worries or concerns that other love and care about you, or are in the know of it. It doesn't mean like you have to make a post on Facebook or something about your personal, you know, but to your close friend, or from a couple of them, you know. So this is what I see for you, and I don't think there's you have too much to worry about on that in that regard for finances, Elena. Okay, I'm gonna start picking at random, guys, because there's a bunch. okay, sorry. Fire starter Stewart. Will me and my true love be together soon? Okay, let's find out for you. Okay. What it really creates is anything that you thought was stable, or what you thought was there, is actually not as strong as it could have been. So if there's someone in your life right now that you were thinking is your, what did you call them, your true love, there might be something that comes up where you start seeing them in a different light, and it might create some headaches, some nightmares, some stress, some heartache for you because of that. So I wouldn't say that this is something that says you're never going to find him, but right now I think with that person, you're going to see whoever you had been really having strong feelings for, you're going to see them in a different light. And you know, this could also mean that if there isn't anybody in your life right now, that you're going to see the situation in a different light as well. It's not necessarily strong right now, the images that you have for this partner. So it's more about, oh no, is it buffering? Let me see. An opportunity to rebuild what you find important. Someone that doesn't make you check your tarot cards every day. You know, it's a funny way to kind of just say to you, if there's a person in your life right now, I don't see that person working out for you right now, but what you're gonna have is so much better, because you're gonna be able to rebuild, and you're gonna be able to see things for the truth of what they really are. Okay, guys. I'm gonna do 2 more before I get out of here. Let's see. Okay, let me try to find my place. Violet Star. Violet Star. What was your question, Violet Star? Can I have a card for finances during these hard times, please? Yes, you can. That one came quick. Okay. You have the High Priestess, and you have the Ace of Swords. This is a, man, so both of these are super about your intuition. The Swords is communications, and it is your thoughts, and the lightning striking almost of getting an idea all of a sudden, right? You ever have an idea and you're like, oh my god, I never, you know, you just suddenly have something that pops into your head, or you see something that makes you put 2 pieces together. So right now for you doing finances, what I would really say is there's going to be some idea for you to rely on, and this is going to be spiritually charged here. This is almost like guided, you know, by some higher being for you, that it's going to give you an idea on how you can create more finances in your life. It's going to be an idea that you are going to want to follow through on. It's going to be something that's just, you know, it's going to be a baby, so it's not necessarily going to be a fully fledged idea. You're going to have to work on it. Just because it's being, you know, almost like spiritually gifted to you doesn't mean that you don't have to process it and, you know, work at it and you know, spend time taking away at it. You know, the whole tarot journey, you know, speaks to everyone on different levels of where they are. But right now, you will be given some type of almost clarity about your situation, and it's gonna feel like, you know, when you see it, you're gonna feel very like, you know, for me, it's if I see random words, like I'll see a random word, I've never even seen this word before, or something, or never, that whatever I'm doing, I'll know that I'm on some type of like right path. So there's a lot of synchronicity with you right here on what to expect. But I really do see at the end of the day with this Ace of Swords, if you're like, okay, well, what does that mean? Am I gonna be triumphant with it or not? Yes, at the end of the day, this Ace of Swords, it's gonna cut away anything that is going to harm you. It's gonna give you a fighting spirit as well, and it's also gonna just give you a lot of clarity about your situation. So know that this is coming from either your angels or you know, your anyone who's up there looking out for you. This is coming from them. So keep an open mind for it, you know, clear your mind so you can get those messages. All right, and let me do one more. Let's see. Where was I? Can't remember. Hill. I'm gonna go with Hill. Is it Hill? Greetings. What do I need to know personally for the month of April, near future? Okay. Okay. Well, sometimes I feel like the cards are funny. So for you, for the month of April, there you go. There is going to be a need to rest up, create some boundaries for yourself. And why I say that, because it's easy to get kind of murky in the resting, right? There's easy to let a lot of things in, a lot of boundaries get loose there. But for you, you're going to want to create boundaries. You know, you're going to want to sit back, definitely, with this Hangman. There's going to be a lot of waiting around and being patient. But with the Nine of the Nine of Wands, there's some waiting with the Nine of Wands too, because it's telling you to step back, take care of yourself, take a breather. But it's also about creating boundaries. And so I feel like the most important message for you, and with all this patience that's going to be asked of you this next month, is also like cut some space for you, you know? So I don't know if you live with people, or you know, if you're on Facebook all day, or if you're on social media, or whatever it is that you're letting things in to your space that's going to be affecting you, create space around that. And that could be like, you know, that could be creating structure. That doesn't necessarily mean creating literal space, but that could be creating structure with yourself, being like, okay, you know, this is not as it usually is, and now I'm kind of letting things slide because of it. Don't start, actually create better routines or better structures in your life to place that. And that might mean like, okay, if you're living with somebody, that might mean like we don't spend every second of the day together, even though we're locked in this house together. Or if you're not, or you know, if you're maybe it's about like spending less time on your phone, you know, trying to get all the information you can about what's going on right now, meaning more like, okay, I'm going to allow myself, you know, 10 minutes, you know, every day, or whatever it is, you know, whatever you decide for yourself that's a healthy boundary, where you can go in and watch the news and be affected. But there's going to be a lot of waiting around, definitely with the Hangman, and I think that's actually a good message for all of us right now, that, you know, there is going to be a need for patience here, and that things will play out eventually for you. But the most important thing for you to do is create that space for yourself, create those boundaries, so that you're not so affected. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry that the original stream got all wonky, but thanks for everyone who came back. Hopefully I got to a lot of your questions. If not, don't forget that I do offer readings through astrolotto.com. I will put the link on both of these videos down below. I do have that special promo reading right now. It is I think it's $99, usually $120, and it's a live Skype reading with me. 30 minutes, we go through the Aries season reading, which has 6 questions, but you also get a bunch of follow-up questions that I can pull cards for you, so it doesn't have to be necessarily about one thing. It's my most personal reading I've offered yet, and I'm so excited to actually connect with people through this way. But I offer a bunch of other readings as well, if that one's not necessarily for you, at all different prices. So thank you so much for joining me once again here on Astrolotto channel. My name is Mamita, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Stay strong, use that Mars-Saturn energy in positive ways, and don't let it get you down, okay? Be good to each other, everybody. Bye.